Welcome to Right Choice. My first week at my new brokerage, Right Choice with Joe Gonzalez. I've got a lot of questions asking, why did you change brokerages? Why do this at this point? You've been doing this for 4.5 years. You enjoyed Royal LePage. Why are you changing this now? If you want to know the whys, I've got those in the box confessionals. Those are on my Facebook, my Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. Go and watch those. Let me know what you think of those. The boxes are fun. There's a lot of interesting questions in there. And then the whole team's got box confessionals. Cole Curtis, Jillian, Brian, and then obviously Joe, and then our back end is Jocelyn. They're all on there. A lot of good questions, a lot of things on that. So go watch those. This here is about my first week at a new brokerage. The week was different than I expected. About a month ago, I did a full comparative market analysis for a seller, and we were expected to list that house a week to 2 weeks after that. So this would have been with the old brokerage. He got delayed on a couple things. A couple people he had coming in to change some things, they couldn't get there in time. So that changed the whole listing. He called me 2 days before the preset date to change brokerages, and I had to tell him, I'm okay, we're still gonna list this house, but are you all right that I'm switching brokerages? Because that's a big change for a seller. You agree that you're gonna list with the person, but the company's changing. I felt like I wanted to tell him that. And I've heard before, people do business with people don't do business with companies. So it wasn't a big issue, but he did have some questions on how the brokerage change would affect his listing, and those are very fair questions. Those are good questions to ask. So they were easy for me to answer. Obviously, if I'm switching brokerages, I'm going to believe that brokerage is going to be better for my buyers and my sellers to be able to market their properties. So they were easy questions to answer. But they were very fair questions, and questions that I was expecting him to have. So that started my Monday. I think we all know how the Monday went. It was a little bit nuts. We did the videos that you've seen with Joe. We got the pictures for the listing, and the listing just had immediate showings. The first showing, we just had the sign in the ground. She booked it for 10 minutes after, and we were still at the property. I had to put the lockbox on. So I knew right then it was going to be a little bit nuts. But I had a good feeling it was going to be nuts because that seller listened to our price on our comparative market analysis. And when you list at the right price, good things happen. That's the most important factor for the house. So when we hit that price and he agreed to it, I knew it was going to be busy, but I didn't think it was going to be this busy. It did get a little bit crazy, but anyways, that went up on Monday, and all day was with Joe that day, not only confirming some showings and doing that, but trying to get my program switched over. I had to get my licensing switched, had to get some programs set up that Joe uses. So that was an exciting day, but it was a lot of just that type of stuff on the computer, getting things set up, getting things ready to go, and then on and off the phone all day working with agents on my listings. So it was a little bit busier, and it was definitely different things than I wanted on my first day at a new brokerage, but not complaining. They were all good things. Then we get to Tuesday. Tuesday was just one of the craziest days busy wise. That was the day with my 4-hour bagel. That was the day I had showings. I had to confirm showings. I was on and off the phone. I was getting offers for my listing. It was just a little bit of everything that day. I didn't get nearly as much of the time with Joe implementing the systems that I wanted to set myself up for future, because I was working on that business right there. So I did get some in, but I mean, not as much as I would have expected to do. But I mean, that's real estate. I think that was a like 8 a.m. to midnight day on Tuesday, just nonstop, laptop, phone in hand, on the grind all day. So it was a good day. It was a good day for business, but a little bit different than expected. Then we got to Wednesday, which was offer day. So really big day Wednesday. That was my first day to work with Joe and show him, like, I've been in real estate for 4.5 years. I've handled a lot of listings. I'm used to multiple offers. I get those things, so he got to see how I handle them, and I also got his input on, you know, how he does certain things. So a different perspective helps. That's new to me. So, you know, I embraced that. I enjoyed that, and we had a good time. And I think you saw my story that night, came out at midnight. So it was just another long grind day, but we got the job done with 9 offers. Seller was ecstatic. He got over ask. So all in all, another good day. And then Thursday, Friday, I definitely wouldn't say they calmed down, but I got to do what I expected to do my first week, which is start setting up and using some of the stuff that I came to this brokerage for. I came here to use stuff that nobody else is using. We've heard of 90-10 rule, right? 10% of the people are doing all the things that the rest of the 90% aren't doing. And that's why I'm here. He's got all these great systems that I haven't seen anybody else use. I haven't talked to anybody else that's using these. So that's why I'm here. And that's the day I really got to start doing that. I did have showings for some of my buyers to set up. We had a inspection on the listing that day, so it was still a busy day with business things, but I did have a little bit of time to start using what I came here to use. So I was really excited about that. And then over the weekend, it was same thing, just grinding away, getting some programs set up, getting everything, trying to implement everything that they use at Right Choice. And more showings. I wrote up an offer for one of my buyers in competition. Unfortunately, that did not get accepted, but you know, that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna win some of those, you're gonna lose some of those. We put in a good offer, and the one thing that was good for that buyer is they knew where they wanted to go. They knew what that home was worth to them, and that's what we put in, knowing if it goes higher than this, that's not what we're comfortable spending on this home. So didn't get that one. And then the following day we did another offer for another buyer, which was in competition, and we did get that one accepted. So that's where we're at now. That's a conditional one. So it's been a busy week with all different things. I've been all over the place, you know, previews and CMAs with Joe Gonzalez to see how he does things, and he can see how I do things. A lot of times we are on the same page. I mean, on our principles, we want the same thing. We want our seller to sell their listing as fast as possible for as much money as possible, you know, just to get them what they want. We want their best interests in mind. So, you know, we might do things a little bit different on a minor scale, but at the end of the day, it's for the same reason. So it's good to see some different perspective, and I'm excited to start doing some of that stuff. But other than that, yeah, it's been an exciting week. Definitely busier business-wise than I would recommend on a brokerage switch. If you're gonna switch brokerages and you're absolutely swamped, you're gonna be even more swamped switching over to what they do. So yeah, if you've got that switch in mind, reach out to me and I can let you know what I thought was difficult, what was hard. But the first week was extremely exciting. It was busy. I really enjoyed my time doing things with Joe, my broker of record. That's different. That's, you know, not usually experienced, but it was, you know, right out the gates. It's, you know, let's find what we do well together. Let's find some things that we have different thoughts on, and let's try and iron those out immediately, so, you know, we're on the same page. So the first week, like I said, it was a great week. I'm excited that my start here has gone so well, and I can't wait for the rest of the time here with Joe Gonzalez, with Right Choice, with the team that we have here. So appreciate your time. If you have, you know, other questions, you know, if you want a deeper why or experience that I've had first week or anything that you've noticed differently, I want you to message me. I don't care if it's comment, call, email, any of my social platform DMs, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. Get in those. Let me know if you notice anything different. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate your time, and, you know, stay tuned, and you can see how the rest of this develops at Right Choice.